What's good, my good people? We are back again at it. You already know. This is your brother, LeloKaNdlovu DJ Webaba, the beat killer, the body shaker, the wisdom giver. This is the programming podcast with LeloKaNdlovu and DJ Webaba. You already know. Welcome to the programming podcast. If you just joined us now, surely niyazibuza ukuthi how these guys babe manzini bahlala ba relax abanaba kanje, what's going on? Okay, Tina la ekhaya, we are actually one of the awakens amongst the body of Christ. So what we are doing, we are helping ourselves to awaken to the true essence of who we are and go back to the roots, because we are growing up and we get brainwashed and programmed to believe that we are these people which we are not. And there's so much information that is hidden from us that we're growing up without knowing it. And that information, they call it esoteric information. Others, they call it the cult. And cult simply means hidden. So this is the programming podcast where we unhid those truths of who we really are. Welcome if you just joined us. You're gonna enjoy today's episode. I'm not alone. I'm never rolling alone in this podcast. You know who I started with, and I'm still here with him. So I love the energy that we have today.
Yeah, man.
King.
My king.
Welcome to the programming podcast.
Bless, King. Welcome to you too.
Thank you for being with us.
There you go. Bless. Give thanks, King Asbonge. We show first gratitude to everyone who's been with us since the beginning of the journey. Even how it started in this very generic way of ukuthi iqale kanjani, yabona, where it's just about high-level conversations, you know, higher form of consciousness, tapping into the higher faculties, like you say, you know, the esoteric or the occult, the hidden, revealing what is hidden, bringing it into the light. And so siyabonga LeloKaNdlovu lona kimutlo ngwasekhwana ugatsheni uboya benyana.
Let's give thanks, King. Let's give thanks.
Usually I would have the whistle, but lately ikhona into we-occult at some point you reach a state where the tools become you and you become the tools. Where uphenduka umsamo uphenduka wena. You know, and so you must be able to use this avatar and what you have to then emulate all these tools that we think we need in this journey, specifically for spiritual people. And coming into the spirituality of what King spoke about, which we are the Christ consciousness that is communing here to unprogram and reprogram the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind, and to plant a seed into the soul. Hey, festive season, Bafet.
Yes.
So-called festive season.
Yes,
King
yes, King.
right? Where festivities are abound.
Today is 30 December.
It's the 30th.
30th of December, 2025.
Yeah, boy.
So they say. And I'm stating that and saying that from the
Gregorian calendar. Yes, sir.
And that calendar was formed when the system was formed to actually program us and to misalign us in terms of our nature and who we are. So, King, now that you just mentioned the festive, let's talk about this, Vel, about the calendar and the season. As much as now we call this the festive season, what's the real essence and what's the real meaning behind this? Because there's E25. I know we once had this episode. I don't remember which episode was, but our previous episode we once discussed this festive season, or I think it's
Inzalo
Inzalo
Yelanga.
Yelanga.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Inzalo Yelanga episodes.
Yebo.
So yeah, go check it out, and it's actually doing pretty well, right?
Oh yeah?
Go check it
Nice.
out on Inzalo Yelanga, or you know what? I'll just put it up here.
Yes, put
Yeah.
the link.
Yeah. And we discussed there about the festive season and Christmas.
Yes, sir.
Ukuthi kahle we are not supposed to be partaking in these rituals. So what is the purpose behind this whole thing? Because we are living day to day with this calendar. Hence I just said ukuthi today yi-30 zaka December 2025. Yes.
So King, there was a conversation that I was having actually this past weekend. Yabona? I was sharing knowledge about the turtle.
Okay.
The turtle or tortoise, ufutu, others call it many things. And basically the inscriptions in amasquare kanje la nemuva kwayo.
Yeah.
Uyayibona injani?
Yeah.
And if you read it and count all the squares ukuthi zime kanjani, it gives you the full lunar calendar.
Okay.
Yayibona? So kahle the only thing that nature has showed us ngokulandelela izinto zemvelo is through the lunar cycle. The solar cycle seems like into entsha lesilandelelayo. Yayibona? But through the lunar cycle, we had 28 days of each month and 13 months in one rotation of a year.
Okay.
So it means every month has 28 days.
Kahle.
Yebo.
Okay.
So-
Just to let me
Yeah.
pause you there, because you just said now every month has 28 days. When I checked on the Gregorian calendar, we have 31. Most it's either 31 to 32, but mostly it's 31 days. So kahle tina we have 28.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it's supposed to be 28 days, ngoba it should be then spread equal across all of the months. I mean, if it's a rotation, why is it that other months like February will have 27 days, or it'll have 28 days, or it'll have 29 days, and then amanye i-30, amanye i-31? Yeah, that's inconsistency. When you look at them in a frequency perspective, it's creating chaos. So ungathola into mhlambe eku-44, 440 hertz from that kind of vibration where the months are always changing. The goalpost basically changes for you to be able to follow each cycle.
Okay.
Yabona? Whereas if you're looking at the lunar cycle, ubheka inyanga, akosamakhulu, inyanga iyazisho nayo ngoba at some point during the year, you will have 2 full moons in 1 month. There's always a month that will give you 2 full moons, King. Because I'm not sure what they've done is that they are focusing now on the solar cycle. The solar cycle came in Gakulu with the patriarchy because that represents the male energy, that represents the phallus energy. And the lunar cycle represented the feminine energy, and we're on a feminine planet. This is a feminine planet. Ngisho nale element lesikuyo manje eyamanzi, it's ruled by feminine energies and entities. Ngokwayo. The river sithi iphethwe ngumamlambo, uma womlambo, isingubaba womlambo. Yayibona leyo nto leyo. So what it allowed them to also do is to hijack flow. So be it the flow of wealth, be it the flow in our family system, be it a flow of thought, by utilizing then the solar system and pretending that leyo luna I exist.
Ekubeni exist.
Yeah,
And imagine
bro.
because thina sikhula under the false one, we now base our reality into that because our date of birth as well, it's due to that number that we
Yeah,
get
bro.
from the calendar.
Yebo. Yayibona le.
What's that now, you king?
So like you were saying, and how do we then know that we are in the system? Because we have those things. Basinikile ama-barcode. I-ID number, i-barcode. Yayibona? And i-ID number is based on what? It's based on your birthday, which is based on the solar calendar. So kahle already they are stripping you from your subconscious mind, because if we were saying that the subconscious mind is the womb, is the feminine energy, then we are saying that maungena and uziba inyanga, which then rules the subconscious mind, and unake kuphela ilanga, which rules the conscious mind. That means that uzala ushota, even your barcode, if you go by it, you're kuphela, uyashota wangapheleliso.
Damn, that's deep, King.
And coming now to how has it been used for the festive season for these dates, about 16, about 25, about, and I love to use numerology, King. And in numerology, sitshela ukuthi emgaqweni, for example, numbers that we don't like to travel, amanamba ahlangane no-4, amanamba ahlangane no-7.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Asibheke when the most accidents happen ngayo le festive season, ngay-16. E16 is a 7.
It's a 7, yes.
E25, E25 is a 7 day.
Yeah.
Now ngay-26,
E31, it's a 4.
It's a 4 day.
4 day, yes.
So baselecte all of these days ukuthi, and E31 uthola ukuthi abantu baboshwa kakhulu. But bayaboshwa nge-31 because the 4 is the number of law and order. So using the
so
law,
4 it's a number of law and order, right?
It's a number of law and order.
Damn. Because I'm just trying number 4. Come to think of it.
Because in law and order, if we have 4 cardinal points emhlabeni, then law and order must come from the things ebekuthi zisibonise emhlabeni ukuthi nawo umthetho. There's 4 cardinal points. The north, the east, the south, the west. Amagumbi amane womhlaba in between. Amagumbi amane being northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. I4 leyo. So ikubonisa i-order. This is direction. Akusinto esingathi it's a myth yini, but no, leyo abakwazi ukudlala ngayo because it's law and order. And so they took the same thing, and then where do they show us lento zabo ze law and order? On the news. NEWS. North, east, west, south.
So that's what the news stand for?
Yes.
Damn! All along, yeah, just welcome now the news, broadcasting from all these corners. What's an King?
And Ian's Leo News, it's broadcasting. So it's casting a spell to everyone who's tuned into the program. Using what? Law and order, the law of the universe.
So basically, they knew what they are doing
100%.
and they continue knowing what they are doing.
Everything minus 0. They knew the King. They knew very well, and they still know. But because Nati sesiyawazi lokujula lokhu, now coming to this information, Nati, we have kind of leveled the playing field. Yayibona lento le ukuthi sesingakwazi nathi ukuyisebenzisa le energy le.
And wow. I think that what makes us more powerful when we come to understand what was hidden. Because, Tina, again, we have what we call melanin, the dark matter.
Okay. I like this melanin conversation. Funa singene before sphere Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. Possessing that element, now it makes us even more powerful. Hence, your analysis system, it's able to take us, harvest us from Mother Africa. Hence, they call it even Africa. I don't know, King, if it's really Africa. But now, because this is very imperative for you to always question everything. Yes. And don't just accept everything that you are given, because we are in program, we are in a spell. Right now we have been hypnotized, and we are not aware which we have been hypnotized. Each and every day, hence to say northwest, east, and south. This is how they are hypnotizing us.
In all the corners.
In all the corners, King. So, us having that melanin element, it makes us now having this God information, which information is what you are. You are information. So now when you put the same information into order and into practice, imagine what happens. Hence, they are misaligning us from who we really are. So, King, let's go into E25.
Yeah.
Because we just came out from it right now. And it's still happening, this thing. And before E25, there's this thing, Black Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
before Ep13. So, and right now, very, very soon, we're going to be seeing also adverts of kids back to school. So you can see with this thing, it's a repetitive loop. And it's doing the same thing over and over again.
Facts.
So let's dive deep into late 25, Liz.
Okay.
Because manje singena la bathi New Year, i-31 SARS. I-1 bathi New Year. And very not long ago, we were saying the episode that we did that in New Year too, it's Ep13 because of the lunar cycle.
It's September, Mandu.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's go into the Christmas. Why is it Christmas in 25? And this thing has been happening for so long, kids, ever since I was a kid.
So lesuku la nge-25 yabo njengokuthi besangena kuyo about days that we want to avoid yabo, either usemgaqweni or usemcimbini or you're in a gathering yabo. I-25 i-ritual king yabona lento le. I-25 i-ritual because into ehlangane nokudla inyama in honor of something. Ukuphuza utshwala in honor of something. A combination of those two things. This that's a ritual. And whether you are accepting of it or not, if you are within the energies or endaweni or nabantu bekuthi the point of that gathering was to celebrate this Christ massacre or the massacre of the Christ consciousness. Like I said, I believe in the previous episode, it's the massacre of the Christ consciousness. It's what cuts off a faculty way to that allow us to apply awakening. Energy. December. Very high in energy. Very high in energy. People are paid. People have money. You know, people feel excited because why? They feel like they've gone through this year and basebenzile abanye bayithola ama bonus abanye i-dog fair. So even how they've structured Kingman, the monetary system, by the time you reach the point is the time where you are the most consuming. So are you consuming a lot? You have more than what you used to the other 11 years, the other 11 months. So makufika the 12th month, usuzizwa ngathi usunamandla manje ukwenzela for the kids what you couldn't do for them during the year. About the Christmas, the Christ mads, the new clothes, the clothing.
Now, yes, how is it that we were like every year, year 25, kids need to have new clothes? This is a deep programming that actually we are not seeing it in the surface, but Pagati, it's heavy.
Because we're sacrificing them. We're sacrificing them. So even when you sacrifice a virgin, in the occult, deep occult, dark magic, the virgin must be clothed in a brand new white cloak. Into engakazi isebenze entsha to give the virgin as a sacrifice. And lengani zethu yini? They are virgins. Ngamatshitshi. Sibathengela impahla ze-Christmas, we serve them up to the system. The system feeds them cake and all this crap. And then ingane says yakula afterwards. We wonder why. Before back to school, ingane tsanti kiberekise mala yo. Because we keep feeding them to this ritual, and nabo bayokhula lento le bayazi nje ngento ehambiselana nabo because we come together and you know what they hijack, King? They hijack coming together womndeni during this time. This is a family time, right? But this is the end of the first quarter of our year. September, October, November, December, this is the beginning of a new quarter. So that's why mina ngithanda ukutshela abantu ukuthi mafuna ukwenza ama New Year's resolutions, make them in December and hold on to them. In January, they won't work. Tina, we're going into a second quarter of our year.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
And the end of the first quarter, the 3 months lena, sesivunile, ngisho sitalile emasimini. Sesivunile. Amaspinach, amakaku, zonke lezi, everything has been harvested. So the families come together to show ukuthi okay, mina ngine-spinach nginani, asihlanganiseni and we do a feast. Ukubonga the first harvest. Yabona lento le. Abanye abantu babonga different entities and energies. Some believe in this chematology movement where they'll say ukuthi this kind of deity abanye abantu bazokutshela ukuthi
they're turning it into a religion. It's a new religion, as
It's
they
a
say.
new religion, King. It really is a new religion.
But if we could face the truth, everything is religion. You yourself, you are religion. And you can never really shy away from that. You need to always keep coming back to yourself, religiously so. You need to always reprogramming yourself religiously slow. So they can say it's religion just to try and shy away, but it comes with truth.
Well, the only thing that should be religious, King, is what you just spoke about, coming back to yourself. Nothing else should be religious. I keep telling religious people, Oti, when you receive information, whether it's from the Bible, the Quran, YouTube videos, people ask books, don't make it religious. Take what you take from it, we let it go and see how that applies to you. That is the only religion. Because otherwise then, usungenela ama legion wabanye abantu. Legion of entities that you must now worship. Your ship becomes now a war vessel for those things.
You're no longer become the captain now.
No, you're not.
And I think this podcast stands and represents that.
Yes, sir.
It represents us who are not into these religions and knowing that the religion that I have, it's me.
Yes,
and
sir.
this is why we created this
Yes, sir.
channel, to be able to channel this and understand good. You don't have to follow them. Take what you take and come back and apply it to yourself. If it doesn't work for you, then put it on the side. You don't have to be, you are the gateway, you yourself. Nothing else outside of you but yourself.
Thanks.
And King, so now, Jesus Christ, but he was crucified on the cross. And the reason why we're celebrating Ep13 is because of his death and his resurrection. So, King, I want us to, because they play this like movies every 25. If I was still following that, I was gonna see it playing with no mistake, just like how it always does. So, how will we basiqambela amanga kanjani abantu kahle kahle?
I think ikunike yona mngani wami. So let's go to the birth of so-called Jesus Christ, right? In what they call Bethlehem. Now, what they had done initially was use the star system, nomkhathi, the ether, to show us how to follow the ether, to know what is along the year. Yayibona le nto le, where if you look at Orion's belt, the three stars, the warrior stars.
Okay.
Yeah, the stars of the hunter, Orion the hunter. You know the three stars, King?
No, I don't.
The three stars that lawa hlangana nama pyramids exactly at a certain time. The three stars that are now in the sky.
Okay, la hlala vele.
Yeah, lawa three. Yayibona le nto le.
Yeah.
So that belt, right, on the 25th of December is the only day la ikhomba khona where the sun is going to come out from. So on that day, 24th and 25 is the only time where those stars are facing due east. And that's why they said the three kings walked the land to go to Bethlehem to give Jesus Christ a gift. So bengitheni kuwe isikhathi sethu sokuvuna ngithi usitshalile mandulo. And so it is showing us those three stars, the three kings, when they walk the land, they show us when the resurrection will be.
Okay.
And it has nothing to do with particularly a person. I mean, I don't want to get into abantu ukuthi uzalwe kuphi wenze anything.
Yeah.
Yabona, mina I'm now bringing the knowledge of what it actually means on that particular day. And that's when we knew ukuthi when it's facing east, empumalanga la kuphuma khona ilanga, isuku la fanele siyohlangana nemideni and we share in the spoils of our harvests. That's when our Christ consciousness becomes at its highest. Ngoba usuku uyaphi uyala idlozi lakho likhona, as we say liyokhotha. You are raising your vibrations, you are going back to your original land. It was showing the return to self.
Okay.
Yayibona le nto le, the rising of the claustrum, the fluid, the spinal fluid up the chimney into the crown and back down again.
They call it
the raising of the Kundalini.
the reason of the Kundalini.
And so,
yes.
and so what they did, they then attacked the Kundalini with their Santa Claus or Father Christmas with that red color. So you stay in a root chakra vibration. That's why he has to come through where? Through the crown, through the chimney, the Santa Claus.
Okay.
Yeah, the Santa, if you switch around the word Santa, you get Satan. The Satan claustrum usurpment of our true selves, of our liquids, raising the vibration all the way to the crown, iphinde ibuye futhi. Which is why then we also bega isihlahla, the Christ Mass tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Christ Mass.
From its yeah.
And then we put the star on top.
Yes.
That is that star. That is your light. That is your light that you are supposed to reach. Uma ungabheka nokuthi bayibeka kanjani the decorations.
It goes round and round and round until vele kuleya star. Then
Exactly.
the star just
Yes, I. So
And now the gifts now. Why now do they come? Santa Claus come bearing gifts.
yayibona leyo. Ijule kakhulu leyo. Because these so-called gifts are already things that exist in your higher faculties. Angisho bathi into more you manifest, you need to be able to tap into your higher faculties and dilulu your subconscious mind. And ebona bayenzani bayawathatha lama gift lawa awethu vele and they're putting them under the tree at the bottom. Yayibona lento le. What are they doing? They are lowering the consciousness of the eternal formless. Bayayehlisa ukuthi iphiwo zakho they're only going to be from desire izinto zomhlaba. We're not showing you the gifts that are already yours. Mase uraise up to that crown. That's the star on top of that Christmas tree.
Your gift will always be on the red chakra.
Yayibona lento
On the
le.
low frequency.
Yes, I. Which
And
is
that's why
the red.
bayibeka ngaphansi kwesihlahla.
Yebo.
Ama-gift babeka ngaphansi
Yebo.
kwesihlahla. Okay, this is now their ritual.
This is their ritual.
Okay.
There are many rituals that happen on that day, King. It's a very deep ritual. Abona ngithi nale yotshwala nenyama. Kudliwani Christmas. People eat meat. That's the most thing that's indulged in. Okay,
Yeah. Especially
and
let's come back to it, King. Thank you for touching into that. E26.
Okay.
E26 la thina la eMningizimu Africa eMzansi. We celebrate this thing called Reconciliation.
Okay.
Day.
Day of reconciliation.
Day of
Yeah.
Reconciliation.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why that day is there for us to celebrate it is due to the masses of killings that happened. But right now, instead, we are actually indulging in amaprai. We are literally buying so much meat.
It's 16.
It's 16.
Yeah.
We are buying so much alcohol.
It's another ritual. Ngithanda ukuthi semanzini khona into efikayo manje. Abantu bahambile baya kwaZulu olwandle nge-16. Continuing this ritual and this lento ukuthi bayoshiya ibhadi or bayothatha inhlanhla or whatever. Kuwo lawo manzi lawo. Bengabizwanga kuwo lawo manzi lawo. Bethunywe yini i-system ukuthi okay manje sekuyi-December seningakwazi ukuthi nonke nihambeni ngesikhathi sinye nemanzini ngesikhathi sale ritual lesiyenzayo. Yazi amanzi ayenzini King. There was a mini tsunami this year in 2016.
Okay.
When people went bagcwele lapha olwandle eMdubane. Ulwandle lwa-reactor. Amanzi wa-reactor because now what is nature doing? Nature is correcting itself. Nature is coming back full circle. Yayibona lento le. So i-nature beyibonisa abantu ukuthi ayikho lento le niyenzayo. Le ritual le ningene kuyona bese niza la kwinto yemvelo nithi fanele nathi siphatheke. Nyahlala. The water pushed people back. Abantu bewaphuma elwandle.
Ungitshelani King?
Yayibona lento le.
Ngiyakuzwa.
So going with that flow of energy yamanzi, already amanzi asitshelile ukuthi lama ritual lawo akona ama ritual ahambelana nathi, akona ama ritual ahambelana noku-raise vibration. Akona there is no reconciliation that was done. There is no reconciliation that will ever be done. Ngoba babulela abantu. Babulela abantu and then we come and celebrate on the day. Njengoba babulela abantu kanje.
And it was masses and masses
Ngisho
of blood.
naye lo ophethe iSouth Africa manje lo ophethe Africa the suit
Yeah, chairman.
wabulala abantu naye le America
chairman.
yayibona angibasabi mina wabulala abantu eMarikana sayenzani samfaka ukuthi ube yi-leader yayo le ndawo leyabuyelela abantu khona.
Well, it's part of the chain because now it's part of that naye bamnika i-order bathi makwenzo kanje. So he's bound vele to do that.
And so the cycle continues, my king. The cycle continues. If we celebrate it, then how do we break it?
Yeah, ne?
We need to stop celebrating it first. Because asidingi imvume king ukuthi sithokoze njengabantu abansundu. We don't need a reason to celebrate. We don't need to be given a specific day ukuthi okay ngale suku leli you all can be joyous. No, why must we be told when to celebrate? Why singa celebrate la izinto zikahle for thina khona? Why must we be told? Why must we be directed? The river flows. King, lamanzi lawo. Njengoba ngiwathathile kanje. Mangiwayekile ngeke saphinda abuye kule ndawo lena.
Lapho uwathathe khona.
Yayibona lento le. Meaning
and
that
it keeps flowing.
It keeps flowing. Khona la azothinta khona, meaning that my DNA is already within this flow. So if Tina, we are allowing our DNA and our energy and our auric fields to be included into these blood spilling rituals because leyo nyama leyo uyoyidla ihlatshiwe somewhere. Ihlatshiwe somewhere.
Azange izihlabe uwe and ukuhlaba kwayo, how was it treated?
Yayibona lento le. Because you become what you consume.
Bayikhulumele bathini because we are frequency.
Exactly.
So bayikhulumele bathini mabayizoyihlaba.
Yayibona lento.
And now we find ourselves because mina at this point in terms of my physical form I'm still within the lowest frequencies in terms of where I'm vibrating la ngikhona ngiselokishini. So elokishini you bound to smell meat. Inuka ngayi badlala music. Yeah, it's all. There's so much frequency going on. And nge-16 ngiyasho ukuthi basukile bavayile bothenga inyama bayabraya manje babhayi ama-24 ama-case. Like we find ourselves not waking up to who we are, king, and getting lied to over and over again. Okay, king. Now in 2 days or a day to come, we're gonna say it's New Year. We are literally celebrating New Year, king. Let's talk about Ep13, king. Let's talk about now, Joba, we Ep13 exists. We say it's New Year's Eve. There's this thing called but 100 shooters.
Yeah.
And you'll find all parents buying them each and every year for the kids, so that 12, even the time, 12 o'clock, we are celebrating in New Year. So basically, what we mean is that most of Pega, 81, more Pega, Laukon, where you are surrounded, more Bonama cricket, you must know Gucci is the system, or everybody that's actually doing what they're doing, they're actually celebrating the pagan system.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with us. I think it's specifically Lasiko and Abone King, because we are in what they call Southern Africa, or we are in the south.
In the south of Africa.
We are in the south of Umhlaba. I'm sure it's Bala Gonku. Tina is la eningizimu. Sisenzansi. Enebona bale ngentla phezulu. You know, the northern hemisphere. Now, if you observe then the movement of the solar system or Ilanga, the sun, they are celebrating New Year manje ngoba sebayongena into spring.
Okay.
Because angisho manje they have what they call a white Christmas. Just know ngiyabandanyana ba celebrate Christmas bafaka ama gloves nezinto, and leyo nto iyaphela ke they are going into umandulo wabo. So what they've done is that they've taken the whole world ukuze izinto zase north and west zihambe kahle, because we give our energy to that celebration yabo, whereas Tina, the sun is actually beginning to move away from the south now after this first quarter.
Okay.
Yayibona lento lena.
It's beginning to move away.
It's beginning to move away.
So this is where now uzobona with nature ngokwayo.
Yeah, right now everything is bloomed. Everything is
nice.
beautiful.
Look at the flowers there.
I understand.
There's so much colors,
Yes.
which I can see them with my two eyes
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Yes, sir.
That means there's so much life
Yes, I.
happening. Bullshit.
Cool looking man. Yayibona.
Yeah.
And bona they are now only going to start experiencing that after New Year. So masiloku sishaya ama-fireworks sithi happy yo compliments what kahle kahle sivuselela bona nento ebona bayicelebrate-ayo ngoba umveli inqangi iseyenzani seyasondela kubo. The snow is going to start to melt, it's going to start to warm up, kuzoqala ukushisa ukufudumala, impilo iyeza. Bona they are in the right vibration. That's why izinto zibahambela kahle ngale.
Hence, even the color scheme is different.
Yayibona lento.
Bona vele from the snow. But manje nge-25 kune-snow lapha.
Kune-snow manje, kuyabanda kakhulu.
Bagqoka amajazi.
Yeah, in Manhattan, New York.
Mfana yazi lelanga lishisa kanjani.
Yalizwa mfana ke.
It's mwa.
Yeah, they're not experiencing this right now. Thina
Yes,
sibuyo lento le, but sifuna ukuyivuselela futhi ukuthi ibuye. Angeke izibuye. The cycle must play itself out ngendlela emvelo.
Yo, King. Can I ask the question?
Come in.
So now, King, let's align ourselves now.
Okay.
But baskipil. Let's Tina know what are the correct cycles we need to be following or season we need to be following.
So one of the things I like to say is that the Gregorian calendar has nothing to do with us, but it has everything to do with where we are.
Okay.
I'm told.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with where we are. Because labantu laba njengoba ngishilo ukuthi they were able to figure out certain things using astrology, numerology, astronomy, and other sciences and other forms of study. Yayibona? So meaning that Tina, if we know that there's a solar and a lunar cycle, it means that we must begin to be able to observe both of them. That's then how we start taking the power back. And we observe the 12 months of the sun. So we must start learning and observing the 13 months of the moon, even when within yourself, with the knowledge that you've gathered. You know, which is the beginning of things is during a new moon. We just had the last new moon of the year, I think a week or two ago. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, that new moon. So, la kuyoza khona i-new moon ka-January will be the first observation of a month because that will be 28 days. So let's start utilizing counting 13 months with 28 days while counting 12 months of the different 30, 31, 28, 27 February. Where you'll be able to also, if umuntu olandelela izinto ezifana nabo-mastasa, nama-astrology, then you'll be able to figure out also into ezifana nama-birth chart. Okay, inyanga rules kakhulu izinto zami ezihambiselana namanzi nemali. Nokuhlangana with my feminine side. Not everyone likes to use the moon even in magic. Abanye abantu inyanga abayifuni but energy yayo i-chaotic. I believe it's from not learning what the energy speaks to within wena yourself phakathi. Ukungakwazi ukuyilandelela futhi
It's a lack of knowledge.
Yes,
please
it's a lack
enlighten
of knowledge.
us. Please enlighten us.
Umuntu wesifazane uthi wena awufuni ukusebenza nenyanga. You are basically saying that you do not want to work with a flow of water within you. Ngoba le nyanga le, whether you like it or not, you control amanzi. And we are more than 70-80% water phakathi kwethu. And umuntu wesifazane unesibeletho. Her water flows. During this time, when we are ovulator, for example, asithi uyilandelelile ukuthi okay, new moon 28 days from the other new moon, saying ovulator food. Okay, this is now a cycle, and now I know where I can bear children. And between those days, whereas okay, during the full moon, or somewhere before or after the full moon, I'm now going into my menstruation cycle, where now I'm strongest magically to do certain things, to break off certain things, to break off certain curses, to even place certain curses. And even goes with the divine masculine energies. Now you can learn how these lunar cycles affect you. Because believe it or not, now as umuntu wesilisa, you have an I wouldn't say ovulation period, but kukhona la ushisa khona enyangeni. And if you can learn then to follow that cycle, ubone ukuthi which part of the
khona la ushisa khona ne
yes
whereby you want to yazizwa nakuthi manje mangathola nje
yayibona
iyelokom
yabona ipentshisi into ekhanya umkhanya kuthi
because you are in your season or your period as well,
yes,
whereby you can also use the moon to your advantage,
yes, sir.
by understanding it.
Yes, sir.
I hear you, King. But then again, we need to understand ukuthi vele a male also has the feminine
that's true
in him. So you're bound to actually understand this and balance your inner masculine and feminine side.
That's true. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. I have no choice. I have no choice, because if we're saying that we live in a dualistic reality, then the yin must meet the yang at some point. The yin and the yang must meet. Angeke ukuseparate. Angeke ukwazi ukuseparate, because if you separate them, then umzimba wako, this avatar, ume ngonyawo lunye. And you can't balance and stand on one leg for too long. You need to come back down, ume kahle ngenyawo ukuthi ubalance. Yayibona lento. And so if you don't know how to tap into your masculine side as a feminine, or you don't know how to tap into your feminine side as a masculine, you are imbalanced. Angeke uze ufike kule level le ufice ukufika kuyo in anything you do in life. You might perhaps with your masculine energy be able to force your way through things, but you won't have balance. You won't have an EQ level edinga ukuthi uyisebenze lento le and build it and make it a lasting thing, if we're talking about a business, for example. So when we struggle with our masculine or our feminine, it'll show in our business. So if our business represents Tina, then you need to look at, okay, which is the feminine side, which is the subconscious side of the business. That's the strategy. That's the branding. That's the drawing of the logos. That's advert. What colors do you use? That's your creative side. But that's the seed planting side.
The feminine.
The feminine side of your business. And then what's your masculine side of the business? This is decision making. This is financial planning. This is forecasting. This is be able to make projections, keep up to it. It's discipline.
King, right now you just open the can of worms from the business perspective of side.
Yeah, man.
When you are also, because everything is spiritual.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So now it's very important to understand the moon cycles, so that you can also strive in your business, in your relationship. Basically, be one with nature, just like how nature is right now.
Yes, sir.
As much as it's blooming. Now you're supposed to be like this. You're supposed to freely given.
King.
Let's give thanks, King.
Give thanks, King. So in bringing it back now to how do we take power from these systems that have been introduced through patriotic formats, through the Gregorian calendars, is by learning yourself, know thyself. We always bring it back to this.
Know thyself.
But you need to know thyself. And by knowing yourself, how do you react to the moon and its energy? You can see the full moon. So it means that there's an aspect of myself that is then revealed by the full moon. But remember, there's nothing hidden. So even the anger that's inside of you. And so you need then to pay attention to things like that, and knowing which during the new moon, some new moons, not all, but most, is the best time for manifesting new things. Project amasha, signing new contracts, bringing in new clientele, striving for more.
And when is the new full moon?
The new moon.
The new moon, yeah.
Like I say, it's not the same every month or every year. It doesn't have a set date.
Okay.
It could be on the 3rd this month. It could be on the 10th next month. It could be.
But mostly it's
There's no mostly king.
Yeah.
That's why the solar calendar has messed us up, which as quasi, we trace
njengoba
based
sithi-
on
yes.
fanele si-check ngalama apps lawa or ukwazi mhlawumbe ukukount ukuthi okay, today is a new moon ngiyayibona now 28 days from today I know it'll be another new moon, maybe 17 or 18 or 15 days from today it's going to be a full moon yabona into ezinjalo. So just download a full moon moon app.
Okay.
There's a lot of these moon apps who was trace moon ukuthi okay manje ime kuphi, and now you'll start to know how to feel it in your energy. I can feel it in my energy yabo, especially manginomuntu wesifazane, if I'm in a relationship, mangne bond, I know ukuthi umuntu wami when she's ovulating my blood is going to be very hot at that time of the month kula ngizoshithelwa khona nami. So phone and it's okay, I know that you're ovulating, we'll send a message because now I am feeling the energy and I can sense now which she's giving off pheromones. Whether ngila king or 1,000 kilometers away.
Sense them.
Yes,
because the study of protons and neutrons, that you can never separate them. So every as you've got neutrons in you vibrating with also with her as well.
Yes, there you go. So the distance doesn't exist.
Yes.
In that science, the distance, it doesn't exist. So I would tell you, okay, manje new moon ngoba I bench Islam la likhona la shise because she's giving off the pheromones. And then I would know which it's a full moon because of ingxabano mhlambe or miscommunication or ukungaxhumani kahle here and there yabona I feel ukuthi okay this energy is a little bit chaotic and it's sengizwa ngathi ngiyagula ngishawa isiso kancane, you know, that would be then me feeling her going into her menstruation cycle. So Eva fit yes divine union ibalekile.
Yeah, it's deep. It's
very
the divine union.
A divine union,
yes,
not just
union.
a union.
Yes.
A divine union.
So King, there's this question I wanted to ask there, and it flowed with the water.
With the water.
It flowed with the water. So King, now that
Okay.
Yes, we were talking about the feminine, right? Now, if the feminine is not going to the menstruation cycles now, akaboni inyanga zakhe, right? How does that affect her?
Yo, kakhulu King. Kakhulu. For example, umuntu onjalo ngeke akwazi ukuzala ingane until lento leyo eboshiwe iqhaqheke, because it means either physically or spiritually or both ikhona into eboshiweyo eyenza ukuthi lo muntu lo angakwazi ukungena kulesikhathi senyanga. It's not a natural thing. It's a phenomena, as
but
they would say.
I find our sisters, you know, going there, Guma clinic and stuff, to sterilize, but to jova, you know?
Now it's lezo zinto that cause these kinds of things. Like not being able to go.
And they don't go. They find themselves not going.
Umuntu ajabula athi I nakidi piroting ajabule, and I'm like, sister, you don't know ukuthi phambili lento izokubangela inkinga kanjani. Not only health wise, because this energy that gets built up irelease iyaphi.
Because it needs to be flowing.
Yebo, fanele kube ne flow iyaphi. That means that lento le bayijovayo it creates a blockage. So kuba ne build up. Phambili umuntu akasenayo inzalo ngoba umzimba usakwazi ukuthi wenzeni uye kwisikhathi la shishelwa khona ese acleanile le move. You can't go into a natural ovulation process because you haven't gone through the menstruation cycle. It's like if there's no egg to fertilize, then there is no fertility. So now there's
no fertility. No matter how hard you can go in and put in your semen.
No mungeza mfana ngesemen yama elephant indlovu njeni khohlwa.
Instead, I think it's the more she gets damaged.
Yayibona lento.
It's the more it's deep.
And then
okay.
Bamangale King. ama-queens, yazi mina King, angithandi mfethu ngama-queens, yabona? Bamangale why they develop things such as ama-fibroids, ama-cysts within the womb system, within the... Izo lezo zinto lezo ukuthi these things they're building up, ama-chemicals la watch over and bayenzani zi-attack indawo yakho yenzalo. And so phambili, when you get these complications also because the lifestyle ewiphilayo is not a clean lifestyle, usuyamangala manje, usuyakhala ukuthi wena unanzalo, hey uNkulunkulu ukujikela idlozi lakho likujikele. No, King, information is out there. Mina right now I'm not in a position to feel sorry for anyone anymore. Information is out there. Lento ukuthi wena uhlala uscrolla ku TikTok ubuka ama video abantu abadansayo, that is your own problem. If umzimba lo now you don't learn ukuthi unakekela kanjani the most optimal way, then that means that you haven't reached higher faculties and fanele ukushaya umhlaba and uzokushaya ngengulo, and ingulo ebekuthi ingakuthatha nempilo yakho.
That's deep. King.
So again, everything comes down to learning, know thyself. How do I then use this vessel? How do I make sure that this vessel is not taken over by Abo Santa Claus during the 25th? I don't observe then leyo movement of abantu aba-celebrate Christmas. Angiyi kulezi zinto lezi. Mina I was scheduled to go to a family gathering ngayo le Christmas le.
Yeah.
Because ngumuntu omndeni, yabo ngithanda umndeni.
And King, nge-25 lezo bathi Christmas according to the Gregorian calendar.
Yebo.
I actually went through my contacts and I was like, I'm not even gonna say King, Merry Christmas,
No.
King.
No.
Because we already know the truth.
Yes, I.
We've tapped into the Christ within us.
Yes, I.
So we know there was no Christ crucified outside. That's a system to keep us dumbed down and not really fulfill our God-given, how can I put it, God-given purpose.
Yes, 100%. Iyo leyo King.
So, King, right now, King, mina ngithi masivala.
Aye, give thanks, King.
I think sesibanile for the episode, yabona.
Yeah, I think we'll come in after New Year to do like a part 2, yabo.
Okay.
Like a follow up on the energy, because like we said, Gusana U31, no one, yabo.
King, this is our third.
Okay.
13th.
13.
This is our fourth, basically.
Okay.
This is our fourth episode.
Well, 13. Okay. It's very reduced. Hey, let's say numerology now. Angekhanda.
Aye.
King, okay, so I don't like to reduce certain numbers, yabona?
Yeah.
So there are master numbers, and then mina U13. I don't like to reduce the number 13 because the number 13 is the number of the divine feminine.
Yes.
Yabona?
And also, okay, yeah. Okay.
And because it's the number of the divine feminine, we're in the space ruled by a divine feminine energy, the water. Yayibona lento le.
Okay.
So i-13 is perfect ukuthi sila nge-13 on a 13th episode on a 30th
Yes.
on the 12th of 2025. Let's break it down. Asivale ngenumerology.
Yes.
Let's close with the breakdown.
Let's go.
So
I like this one.
2025 is a 9, right?
Okay.
2025 is a 9. December is a 3 because 12, 1 and 2 is a 3. So 9 and 3, that's 12, which gives you 3, right?
Okay.
And then we add the day, which is yithethi namhlanje. So that's a 3 and a 3, which gives you a 6. So 6 deals with feminine energy also because it's the A, B, C, D, E, F, female. Eyibona lento lena.
And we in feminine second space, which is the water.
So beautiful. Divine timing. And we were scheduled to shoot Saturday, ne?
Sunday. Days before.
Yeah,
three
Sunday.
days
On
before.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And then it didn't happen because it was meant to happen today.
And when it happened today, boom.
Man. And then we have the sun. 3 days ago it was even raining.
I was like, yo, the sun is
I.
At that time we were chilling so fucking nice.
In the water.
Tell me about it.
Paradise, King.
Even drinking the water.
Clean. Like you can see straight to bottom to the rock.
Today you are not even drinking that water from the tap.
No. Yabona ukuthi la kune river moss.
King, njengoba sivala King ne. Bengicela ukuthi sibheke ukuthi le video le be recorder.
Okay.
Yabona?
Yes.
Of where we are because dala sipusha King. Before
I'm
sivala.
still recording, King. Strong.
Okay,
We're still
sasemnandi
going
King.
strong. We're still going strong.
Sasemnandi. Yabona
man.
abantu abasasemnandi King.
Yeah, man.
I'm literally showing them ukuthi
Yeah.
Tina yithi kuphela la.
Yebo.
And
It's a team.
yes. And njengoba sila, I would love to give thanks to Umvelingang. You know, I love to give thanks to the source that creates, that holds all elements of the universe. And always be on the thankful gratitude. Because I can see you could see life, yes indeed, it's always flowing. It's always moving. Consciousness, it's never in rest. The universe is never in rest. And once we get to understand that we are always in a state of flow, we'll keep flowing and purifying ourselves each and every second of each and every minute. King, I love to give thanks to you as well for sharing
Give thanks.
your time.
And we give thanks to you
Yes, let's
for
give
sharing
thanks.
your time and your wisdom, your ability to prompt.
That's powerful.
Yeah, man.
Yes. And I think this is what has kept us from the beginning. Since
Yes,
this is how we started.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna lose momentum.
No. Actually going to start going live
Actually.
and start having conversations with the people. You know,
Sibanikeze something different.
Yes, I.
That's true,
Yes,
King.
I.
That's
Yes,
true.
I. Yes,
Let's
I.
give thanks, King.
thanks.
Ungayivala, King.
Yes, King man. Hey, isikhathi sokubhema into manje.